Hey everybody, this is Ben Mueller with Blue Collar CFO, and today I want to do a little review on QuickBooks. I'm not going to go into a ton of detail. I will do some training over time if people want that, but I just kind of wanted to give a review of this awesome software. I'm not getting paid by QuickBooks. This is just my experience. I've been working with QuickBooks for probably 15 years. Used desktop for a long time. Online, I think maybe came out, I don't know, 10 years ago, but it wasn't where it needed to be yet. So I continued to use desktop until probably, I don't know, 6, 7 years ago, I went online, and they just continue to clean it up and continue to make it better. The one thing I want to say about QuickBooks is it's very user-friendly. If you're an accountant, it's very user-friendly. There are a ton of things you can do. Basically, you could, just to give you some basics, you could set up your bank so it's connected to QuickBooks, and that's under banking here. So any credit cards, any banks, anything can be hooked up directly to QuickBooks, and there's an update button right here that you can hit, and it will load in the prior day's transactions. And down below, you see where you've got all these green lines, and there's rules that you could set up. The green lines is AI. This is QuickBooks recognizing what you're doing in your work on transactions, and it will be artificially intelligent and make those transactions for you. So you don't have to think about them. You can actually set them automatic so they just go into the financial statements. It's awesome, right? So it's taking a lot of that front end work out, right? So you can spend more time on the value add stuff. Another place that I'll talk to you about is reporting. Ton of different reports in here, right? You've got your balance sheet, you've got an audit log, you can look at what people are doing in the software if you've got other accountants in there. You've got your normal profit and loss. You've got all kinds of different ways to look at your profit and loss, your balance sheet. You got budget versus actuals, accounts receivable, accounts payable, payroll. There's just a ton of ways to slice and dice the information. There's also things called items you can set up in the software, and classes. If you've got a few different businesses, you can use classes, which kind of strip out the transactions for each business, so you can slice and dice the reporting even further. Obviously you've got your banking, you've got all that, you've got your sales where you can issue invoices to customers. They can pay by credit card through QuickBooks. It's a reasonable rate. Set up all your customers, all your products and services. I do a lot of inventory type businesses, retail, that kind of stuff, and people think, well, you can't use QuickBooks for that. Yeah, you can, because it's an open source software, and your inventory software can talk directly to QuickBooks and make all the appropriate entries. So if you're thinking, oh, I can't use QuickBooks because I've got inventory, you should have your own inventory system for that talks to QuickBooks, right? We don't want QuickBooks to be the source of your inventory. We want an inventory system to be able to do that, okay? You've got your cash flow report, you got your expenses, your vendors, you can set up bills. I use Bill.com. What I like to do is set up QuickBooks so that it's so efficient on the little things that I don't have to or have a staff accountant deal with, right? So Bill.com is a great place where you can enter in your payables and receivables, and on the payables they'll get routed to the appropriate people to approve them, and once they're approved, you could pay it directly, and it hits their bank account in a day or so. Those transactions, those entries in Bill.com talk to QuickBooks. So it's just gotten to the point where it is so easy in terms of building efficiencies. that it's just beautiful. You know, we can go down, keep going down. You've got payroll if you want to run payroll. I tend to not run payroll through QuickBooks. It's a little more expensive. I'll use Gusto, you know, that kind of stuff. You've got your taxes, you know, you've got basically everything that you need in a small to mid-sized business. Now, large, big businesses aren't going to use QuickBooks, right? They're going to use an ERP system. But for small to mid-sized businesses, QuickBooks is perfect. If you are looking at getting an accounting department built for your business, or if you're a startup, or you've had an accounting department and it gives you really no value, a lot of companies are like that. They just have an accounting department that does, you know, basic books for taxes. If you're looking for someone that understands how to build this stuff, contact me. Go up to the contact page, or you can book an online appointment. I've been working with QuickBooks, like I said, for about 15 years. I'm a QuickBooks Pro Advisor. So pretty much every client that I have, I do with QuickBooks. I've got a couple that I do NetSuite or Zoho, that kind of stuff. But for my preference, I love the QuickBooks, okay? I hope this was helpful. Like I said, if there's other things that you want me to talk about or show you, you know, just let me know. Otherwise, I hope you got some value from this, guys. Take it easy. Bye.